Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about manga censorship and how I think Westerns need to start having consequences. And the reason why I say that is because manga's been doing well, right? Of course it has. Of course it has. It's been kicking manga anime been kicking Western entertainment's butt like it ain't nobody's business. But that being said, is you have the president of a manga's company or whatever. I forgot the name of it. I'm not even about to try to look it up right now. But Takashi Natsuno talked about censorship in Japan, stating that they should, so Google and Apple would review and pick up their books for Western audience. And you know he's talking about censoring, the women and the I guess the sexual nature of some of the characters or whatever, or how they look or whatever and junk like that. And it's just kind of weird because you know the Western people been trying to censor anime for a long time, and it's not just here in the United States. Australia and China and all kinds of stuff or whatever, but be involved don't understand why people are more drawn to it than the crap that they produce. You know what I'm saying? Because people want what they want. And if it's making sales, if it's making money and people love it, who cares if you don't like it? That's not your problem. You know what I'm saying? You can be pro censorship all you want to, but at some point you got to understand what's more important, money or your personal preference for something that isn't for everyone, that isn't mostly majority is against or whatever. And of course he got ratioed to hell and back, and now he has to he issued an apology or whatever, and the company also was like, hey, our president don't speak for us. What he said was on his free time or whatever. And do not worry, creators. We are not changing anything to please Western audience, and we're not censoring our creators or whatever, as it should be. And with that, he also gave up some of his salary for the next 3 months, 20% of it. And he said that he did it willingly. Darn well no, it wasn't willingly, and he just got into that position too. He probably not going to be there that long or whatever, but it goes into the conversation where, like, should people who actually worked on a property or run a company or whatever, and they lose so much money, shouldn't they lose part of their salaries? Shouldn't there be some consequences? Because I bet you if these Western companies had consequences for their people, like Kathleen Kennedy, Ryan Johnson, J.J. Abrams, you know what I'm saying? The usual suspects, Kevin Smith, bitch ass, the folks that work at DC and Marvel. If we can get some good consequences for these people, it'll be something. It would be something, because then they couldn't go with their goofy ideas anymore, because they have to realize, wait, hold on. If this fails, I could lose a lot more. That's what needs to start happening. It needs to be some cause and effects and some consequences going on with these companies and these creators and writers and all kinds of stuff. They want to sit up here and censor stuff or whatever, and they lose money and try to pretend like they don't lose money. No, they're either out of a job or they're getting their pay, extremely cut. They need to. People are tired. People are tired, and I can't blame them. People are sick of it. Why do you think people keep going to anime and manga? Because people are tired of the censorship. Yes, you do have indies and self-published ones and some YAs, and that's great and all. But when you have literally one manga literally outselling most of entertainment, it just it's terrible. Especially, you got One Piece just surpassed Batman in lifetime sales. Make that make sense. Batman is more known than Luffy, and yet One Piece is making way more money than Batman is. Make that make sense. make that make sense. Because it don't. It don't. All they gotta do is get past Superman. And then what's so funny is another thing that you fools aren't even understanding, because you disrespect these characters and disrespect people, the fans or whatever and stuff like that. Anime characters are becoming more well known and more iconic than the actual comic book characters in the Western cartoons and stuff like that. When I was growing up, everybody knew the iconic characters were the Looney Tunes, the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, you know what I'm saying? The DC characters, the Marvel characters, or whatever. Even some indie stuff was well known, well liked, or whatever. Classic Disney shorts and stuff like that. You talk to kids mostly nowadays, they'll talk more about some anime and manga characters than, you know, classic Superman, Batman. Because you guys done destroyed it with your political agenda, with your ideologues, with your, oh, let's race change the characters, let's change their sexuality, let's change their gender, all of that kind of stuff. You done disrespected the characters for far too long. What you want from people. What you want from people. People will eventually give up. They quit. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't you don't like it, you don't want it to happen, but you know, hey, this is something that the Western done did. Y'all done censored so much stuff that people are annoyed. You cannot keep censoring people from entertainment. That's the thing that's killing me the most, is you're not even censoring stuff that could be for older people or whatever. You're censoring entertainment in general, all around and stuff like that. And you always want to have this thing that, think of the children and stuff like that. Screw the children, to be honest. Screw the children. They don't have the buying money. They don't have the money. Because what did changing things for the sake of children or changing things for the sake of agenda, what did that do? That cost your longtime fans and your longtime buyers and customers to walk away. And y'all think that they didn't lose no money, or they're too big to fail. Okay, that's why they're purposely going up on stuff, to make back all the money that they lost in revenues. I keep trying to tell y'all be thinking that, oh, they're doing good. You just hating and all kind of stuff. Ain't nobody hating on nothing. Believe me, ain't nobody hating on nothing. Actually, to be honest, I want the industry to do better. I wanted to do what it used to do when I was growing up. I do. I really do. I really wanted to do better than it could be. Like, could you imagine if DC and Marvel sat down and literally gave us classic Batman and Superman, the classic Batman and Superman that most people want, most people know about. The same thing with Spider-Man and the X-Men. No gala thing, no Iceman being gay, no Peter Parker selling his marriage to the devil or any of that kind of stuff. Superman have his wife, his child. His child isn't a teenager anymore, not trying to replace him. People don't know that he's Clark Kent. Batman not having mommy issues, simping for Catwoman, having Harley Quinn and other villains team up with him as part of the new, some kind of new Bat family or whatever and something like that. Like, no, come on now. No, old Batman would have never allowed this kind of nonsense. And it's terrible. But you know, I want this to be a lesson. I really do hope this can be a good learning lesson for, you know, censorship in general to the Western audience. Like, you guys are trying to come into Japan or whatever and stuff like that. You don't realize why Japan is doing popular. They're giving people what they want. And you guys haven't been giving us what we want. So we decided to go somewhere else and get it. That's what we did. We wanted to get it from somewhere else. We got it from somewhere else. We got it from Japan. Now you want to try to go over there and be like, well, you know, the Western audience don't like that. No, don't you listen to them. Don't you listen to those weirdos. Tell them to take their money and suck it. Tell them to take the money and suck it. I know you guys like money and stuff like that, but it ain't worth it. It ain't worth destroying your franchise or your property for, because as soon as they get there, there's going to be some restrictions. All the characters have to be diverse, even though most of the characters are from Japan and stuff like that. Every character, all the characters have to be gay or something like that, part of the LGBT community. The real hero is the woman and stuff like that. She gotta have a shaved head, no boobs, no ass, no hip, look like a straight up man and stuff like that. The men's gotta look like little bitches. You know what I'm saying? Or they used to be a hero, but the girl takes up and he'd be like, oh, you were always a true hero. I was always a failure too. He-Man, Iron Fist. Like, get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here with that nonsense. They're giving people what they want. People are buying and people are consuming what they want. That's why there is a shortage of manga, because the manga intake, they can't keep up with the intake and spikes in manga, because manga is doing that well. DC and Marvel and other places wish they books were selling off the shelves like that, to the point where they're so backed up on orders that they got to figure out how they're going to get these mangas out here fast enough, because people want these mangas. People want to read these stories and stuff like that. And some people do. Some people do on the high seas and stuff like that. But guess what? Japan done made it where even if people do read it on the high seas, guess what? 9 times out of 10, most of those people go and do what? They go and buy the figurines. They go and buy the video games associated with it. They go and pick up the anime adaptation. They go and actually buy the manga. They buy accessories and all kinds of things, even official themed stuff from the anime and manga. So y'all can't even do that right, because y'all trying to get rid of everything that the characters like. And then when you get criticized for it, you got your darn shields, you got your media shields, you got your losers who don't really know about these characters or anything about entertainment in general, don't understand how storytelling works at all, want to defend this stuff because you taught them that. That's what you taught them. But I think there need to be some consequences, because if we was over in Japan and that nonsense that happened with The Last Jedi would have never stand. Almost everybody that was in charge that led up to it would have got fired, probably would have got their salary removed after that nonsense. There is no, oh, well, we can't fire the person because we don't want to be looked at as sexist or whatever and stuff like that. That's too damn bad. If somebody messes up my company or mess up profits for my movie, you're out. You're out. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. But, I'm glad that Japan is literally like Kiss Rocks. We are not going to censor our stuff for people to read. Our fans and stuff, they want everything how it is. And until Westerners learn that, we're stuck with all this trashy ass entertainment that nobody wants. Nobody and their mama wants it anymore. Or we gonna keep making videos talking about how much the entertainment industry sucks? I mean, it is what it is, but hey. Oh man. I'm just saying, like, I gotta do something. You gotta come better with this, with that now. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.